fixed. Okay, looks like there's sound. My camera's gone. Hang on, let me see. Okay, so hang on, let me play with the camera a bit. Get it working. Oh no. Teddy, you can't leave your treats right there for me to step on, sir. It's a no bueno. Hopefully the camera's back up now. Yes. Okay. And we're back to excellent. I don't know what the hell happened. My internet, nothing changed. But all of a sudden, my Dead by Daylight account, it said it was suspended. Which I was like, that doesn't seem right. And then it said I was streaming on the Xbox, or on my PC, but my Xbox was off. I don't know what the hell just happened there. That's not what I wanted. So, let's refresh. Where are we at? Oh, but now we're gonna try and do a killer thing. Can I do this? Yeah, so... interrupt and grab one survivor. I'm gonna go back to reading the killer stories. While we do this part. And then once we've gotten through all of them, I will read through... hang on, that bar's gotta go. It's being in my way. Powerful. Your powerful hold on the survivors causes an escape to be nearly possible. Effects of survivors struggling to reduce. Ooh, okay. And what does this perk do? The crows found in the world can communicate with you directly. 100% of the time, calling crows give you a visual cue when you're within 20 feet. Alright, well then. Oh. Alright. I would love it if we could get 3 more followers before I end the stream today. Then we'll be halfway there. Oh, I guess I should get I should have been loading while we were doing this the whole time. Oh, I have a lot of killer perks. What happened? Each time a generator is fully repaired, survivors within 16 meters. Okay. I don't like that one. Survivors struggling to reduce damage. You know what? I like the perks we actually have right now, so I'm not going to change any of them. Survivors caught in reverse bear trap suffer blindness. Yes. Slightly decreases the ambush attack charging time. Slightly decreases the ambush miss. Yeah, that'd be great. Thanks. Sacrificial calls upon the entity to considerably decrease the distance between sacrificial hooks appearing in the world. Okay. Now, let's read some murder stories. Did the Oni, did the Demogorgon, did Ghostface. I think the plague is where we left off. When she was 5 years old, Adris, the youngest of a family of 7, was left on the brick red burning steps of the Temple of Purgation at the center of Babylon. To process her shock and sorrow, she held on to the belief that the gods had a plan for her. Her new life was one of quiet servitude. She would tend to the gardens, prepare ceremonial meals, and polish ceremonial incense burners. At night, she would pray for a sign that would reveal her purpose. When she came of age, she attended the high-ranking priestess during the yearly worship of the sea goat and the god of water and creation. Swinging a censer down the great hypostyle hall, she cast thick black fumes that reached the cold, towering stone pillars before dissipating. Her worries lifted, and the resulting bliss made her feel closer to the gods than ever. She worked herself to the bone each day that followed, fulfilling her duties while taking on new ones as she aided the priests during purification rituals. The priests were more and more in need of assistance. Cleansings were being performed daily to answer the demand from the outside high temple walls, where a catastrophic plague had resurfaced. Within months, the priests contracted the disease. It did not take long before they became too weak to perform any kind of ritual. Adris, having assisted many purification rituals, was the only one able to carry on. The swelling panic had to be contained, even if by a novice. Anxious before her first ceremony, Adris visited the priest's sanctuary chamber. When she lit the candle, she noticed a narrow opening at the back. Sliding through the gap, she reached a crypt hidden underneath the sanctuary. The chamber was bare except for a golden statue of a woman who stood. That was getting good. Why you do this to us? Come on. A golden statue of a woman who stood with outstretched hands, her fingers covered in jewels. It was the sign Adris had been waiting for. The great hall was packed with followers who bowed down as Adris entered. She strode to the brick altar and grabbed a ceremonial dagger forged in silver, her ruby-ringed fingers wrapping around the blade like claws. The sudden display of luxury intrigued the followers, who were struck already by her youth and beauty. As she began reciting the epic of creation, a woman at the back swooned and collapsed. Adris rushed to her and noticed the black blisters covering her feet. Without hesitation, Adris grabbed her sacred blade, and swung it at her own foot, severing a toe. Then she offered the bloody part to the gods, asking them to protect the woman. A silence fell over the followers, who revered Adris as their new priestess. Tales of her wealth, beauty, and devotion began to spread across the city as quickly as the disease. Soon Adris's followers called her the High Priestess of Babylon. But her faith was tried when she showed the first signs of infection. Her cough became a mix of phlegm and blood, her neck erupted in abscess, and her four-toed foot darkened. Ashamed of her condition, she began wearing a veiled headpiece and carried a censer that masked the rancid smell of sick that clung to her skin. Hoping to be saved, she kept performing the rituals, offering blessings. Man, that's even more dangerous. She probably got so many people sick doing that. Here we go. Let's see. My best friend. You show me the light when I am in the dark. You prove I can be happy in the sadness. You dry my tears when I start to cry. You are my best friend. You feel my pain and heal my memories. You listen when no one else will. You take the gloom away when it surrounds me. You are my best friend. You make me laugh when silence fills the room. You care for me when everything goes wrong. You save me before I fall. You are my best friend. We have our fights, those sleepless nights. We argue over stupid, not important problems. But when all is said and done, you're still my best friend. Oh, little bittersweet poem there. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's see. We might be able to get through this one. It's called Fallen Lies. My life tumbles into fallen lies, and everything begins to crumble. When I speak, I stumble over words as I am told I mumble. But it's hard not to mumble and stumble, for fallen lies have given me new eyes. So when I try to cover for fallen lies, I know why I mumble and stumble. Hmm. Oh. Temple of Pure. All these Jennies are like really widely spread, except for over in that area. Okay, someone already disconnected. That's cool. Don't like the pig? He's got a flashy light. Alright, friend, let's find you a comfy hook, shall we? Oh, don't wiggle, sir. Don't do that. Over there, huh? I'm closer to that. Did he get himself off? Hmm. Guy, I'm sorry. You're just being so freaking loud.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't hear any of the generators being worked on. Figured I might as well try. Because I know when I've spotted the killer, I try and just hide. Nice. Oh, if I had ripped her off, that would have been better, because that's what I needed. Damn. There's only one more. Oh, someone got off a hook. Oh man. Here you go.
Ow! Oh,
Now I just need to find a hook for you.
yeah.
I think you're gonna wiggle out. I don't see any close hooks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. We're doing pretty okay this time. You just gotta find the hatch. And I think he still has a trap on his head, but it's not gonna start ticking until they do a generator. Where is this kid? Where are you hiding at, sir? Alley of... okay. Where is this guy? Huh. Now how do I get out of here? Oh, this goes down even further, huh? He got out. He found the hatch. Damn. Good on him. Let's see, the next poem is called The Sad Facts. The shadows hide life, while life takes souls. As hearts defeat nature, so nature takes, breaks, and heals anything and everything at all. I'll try not to cry. I'll try not to cry because you broke my heart, but sometimes it's hard when you love someone as much as I loved you. And it's hard to move on because I loved, and am loving you still. Now and forevermore, but don't worry about me because I'll try not to cry. Deep blue sea. Ashes are spread, tears have been cried. Now your ashes flow in the deep blue sea as you meet new friends, but never forget me. Oh, my bad. I need to upgrade this loadout. Oh, it did it for me. Cool. Decreases the sacrificial hooks. Okay. Back to the plague story. It went the wrong way. Okay, no, it's right there. Okay. Covered in jewels. Beauty. Followers who revered Adris as their new priestess. Tales of her wealth. Claimed to her. Hoping to be saved, she kept performing the rituals, offering blessed water and food to her followers. But no ritual could save her. In a desperate attempt to appease the gods, Adris banished herself from the city. She traveled north with new followers venturing through the cold woodlands of Urashatu until it was no longer possible to walk. They camped in a damp cave where Adris lay in a pool of vomit. Her foot, which had turned black, was now swollen. She could not go any further. Her followers and she realized the truth in that cave. They were all infected with the plague. Kneeling among her retching followers, Adris made one last prayer. The black fumes of incense rose into the damp air before being wiped off by a cold breeze. Neither the body of Adris nor her followers were ever found. Many told tales of her return, but no one truly knew what fate had befallen the high priestess of Babylon. We read Legion. Did we read Legion? I don't think we did. Frank Morrison was 19 and had little to show for it. He stopped attending school after being kicked out of the basketball team for shoving a referee into the stands. Yet Frank was a man of potential who could light up the room despite his bleak childhood. At 6 years old, he had been taken away from a clergy to start a circuit of foster homes. No matter how many times he lashed out, threw tantrums, and got into fights, they kept moving him to new, unfamiliar houses. His last move had been 3 years prior when his last foster dad, Clive Andrews, had picked him up from the adoption center. They had been on the road for 7 hours before reaching a small bungalow in Ormond. It would be the longest time they had spent together. Clive was too busy trading checks from family services to drinks at the bar. Ormond was a small, stale place, a remote town of 6,000 inhabitants where gray winters drag on for most of the year. Frank did everything he could to get into another adoptive family, but he changed his mind when he caught the attention of a beautiful girl. Julie was a popular girl who was convinced that she deserved better than a life in Ormond, and Frank, an outsider, was her ticket out. Frank attended parties she threw where everyone was younger than him and easily impressed, which he liked. He met the impulsive Joey who liked to show off and the shy, naive Susie. Shy, naive Susie, what you gonna do? The truth. I will tell her the truth no matter the cost. Test me and you'll see. All I want is the truth. If you don't believe in me, I will gladly accept the punishment, for my soul will be true, but the little facts blind you to the truth of my sight. Let's see. Who was Julie's best friend? Oh, naive Susie was Julie's best friend. They would hang out at an abandoned lodge up Mount Ormond. Their time together was the perfect break from the boring conformity of their small, insignificant everyday lives. Frank saw it as an opportunity to shape their lack of experience into something powerful. He lined up nights of debauchery and rampage, testing their limits. Bullying, vandalism, and theft were essential to their weekend plans. It came to a point where they would do anything he asked. Nothing was off limits when they put their masks on. One evening, Frank dared Joey to vandalize the store that had recently fired him. They snuck inside easily enough, as the building was supposed to be empty after closing hours. But a cleaner who was still there grabbed Julie as soon as she came near. Hearing her stifled cries, a dark impulse took over Frank. He rushed to her aid, knife in hand, and without hesitating, planted the blade into the cleaner's back. As the group stared at Frank in shock, he ordered them to finish the job. Joe clenched his jaw, grabbed his knife, and stabbed the bleeding man in the ribs. Susie didn't want to do it. Frank shouted at her they had to finish what they had started. Julie closed her eyes and stabbed the knife into the man's chest. She handed the wet blade to Susie. They were all in this together now. Susie stared at Julie in disbelief as Frank grabbed her trembling hands and inserted the knife deep into the man's throat. Frank told them to move fast. They mopped the blood off the floor, stashed the body in the trunk of Joe's car, and drove up Mount Ormond. All four were digging in the muddy snow to dispose of the body when Frank spotted something moving through the woods. He grabbed his knife and broke from the group to check it out. The fog thickened around Frank, becoming so dense that the entity grabbed him, probably. Let's see. It's 2:30. We still got time. Go for maybe another hour and a half. And then tomorrow is Overwatch Day. Deception. Soft and kind are the words we speak, but what do we really think? Friendships fall and love dies. We realize that we have lied and sinned, so those soft words we spoke are hidden by deception. Shadows of sin. My world is dark and gloomy, for I have betrayed you. So I hide in the shadow of hate until you forgive me, because the Lord has a path for me and everyone around. So until it's my turn, I hide in the shadows of sin. I know what that one was about. So when I was in 8th grade, I had this favorite teacher that I confided a lot of stuff into. But I witnessed her threaten a student, and I was brought to the principal's office to talk about it. They wanted me to tell them what I saw, and I am not a good liar. I sweat, I shake, and I just can't do it. I'll eventually confess. I am not a good liar at all. So, when I was brought to the principal's office, I told the truth. And in doing so, that teacher ended our friendship and tormented me in a way where she wouldn't get in trouble. She moved the entire classroom, so I was sitting alone with no one around me, no one to converse with. She failed me on a writing proficiency, saying that I had plagiarized or had someone else. Quitter. Everyone quit? Really? Oh, wow, loading. That sucks. She said that I had someone else write it for me because it was in different handwritings. When I couldn't copy people's handwriting, so what had happened was that I When I get tired, my handwriting is a lot sloppier, so that's what had happened. And so I didn't graduate 8th grade because of that. But she wouldn't talk to me, she wouldn't say hello. And even years later, like when my cousin graduated from 8th grade, I was a junior in high school. I went to his graduation. I saw that same teacher and I was being polite. I had gotten over that grudge by then. And I said hi. She stuck her nose up at me, turned around and walked away. I'm like, oh, okay, one of us is an adult and it's not the one that's a teacher. The day of days. A year has gone and passed. Now nature laughs at my sadness. With a golden sun, a sky of blue, and clouds spun in two. How could I have not known the very dark of days was today? That was written exactly 1 year after the very first poem I ever wrote, in response to me realizing that it had been a year since she passed away. Let's pick back up where we left off with Lesion's story. We're almost done with it. Frank spotted. He grabbed his knife and broke from the group to check it out. The fog thickened around Frank, becoming so dense that he soon could no longer see ahead. He retraced his steps and stumbled upon an ominous trail. He followed the eerie path as if called by darkness. Julie, Susie, and Joe finished digging, but Frank was nowhere to be seen. Julie spotted his muddy footsteps in the snow, and the three of them followed the trail, which took them deeper into the woods. When Julie, Susie, and Joe did not return home that night, their parents thought they'd run away with Frank. Each family came up with a different theory. The mood of the town changed, however, when a body was found in an abandoned lodge up Mount Ormond. The Spirit. Rin was the only child of the Yamakoa family. She was raised in the dusty halls of a traditional house in Kagawa. She studied education at Takamatsu. We need to stop with these hard words, okay? A private university which weighed heavily on her family's shaky finances. Her mother got ill that year, and the bills started piling up. Rin worked part-time in a futile attempt to help lighten the load. Her father faced a debt that grew without end. He started working double shifts in hopes of obtaining a promotion. That's when he started losing sleep. A dark whisper would keep him awake all night, reminding him of his hopeless situation. Exhausted, he started to lose grasp of reality, fighting to deny what the voice whispered at night. Rin's father made a desperate move. He met with his superior and explained his situation. He begged for a bonus, an advance, time off, anything. His request was denied. The company had launched a defective production line that was costing them dearly. Someone had to be held accountable, and Rin's father fit the bill perfectly. He was fired after 22 years of service. That evening, Rin came home from work. She stayed late to entertain customers that lingered at the restaurant. As she parked her bike in the shed, she heard her mother scream from the house. She rushed in, climbing up the stairs to her parents' room. There she found bits and pieces of her mother on the floor. Her limbs were clean-cut, tangled up in an unnatural position. Her breasts were sliced up, revealing her ribcage, which was cracked open. Rin gagged. A sharp katana came crashing down. Rin blocked the blade, which bit into her bare forearm. The shock and recognition interrupted her pain. Her father was wielding the katana with a stoic expression. She cried out to make him stop, but he slashed her arm again. She rushed off and slid on the blood-smeared floor, using the doorframe as support. She raised herself up. The katana ripped through the wall, cleaving into her other arm. She screamed in pain as she limped into the hallway, only to be bent by her father's blade. She stepped back, trembling, as she held together the soft, loose flesh of her abdomen. Images of her mother's tangled limbs flashed before her eyes. Rin charged at her father, making him stumble back. He punched her torn abdomen, and she retched in pain. As she struggled to get back up, he smashed her thigh, making her collapse to the floor. As she crawled towards the stairs, he grabbed her hair and yanked her against the partition. The glass shattered on impact, and she fell through, landing one floor down. She heard footsteps somewhere above her. With effort, she moved, worming her way into a sea of broken glass. The shards gnawed at her. That's real dark. That was real dark. Where was he? Ripping her flesh. He had to be stopped. He would not get away with what he'd done to her, with what he'd done to her mother. Coughing up blood, her chin grazed the glass, adding to the bleeding. A low-pitched heartbeat started to ring in her ears. Her body felt so heavy she could no longer move. The ground shook with her father's footsteps. She knew she was not going to make it, but she no longer cared. She would make him pay, in this life or the next. A dark fog slowly veiled her eyes, but it could not subdue her rage. She would not rest, not yet. The darkness whispered, promising blood and revenge. An oath was made, and Rin closed her eyes. Damn, the clown is next. Oh, I didn't ready up. That was my bad. Thought I readied up. I'm the only one with an offering? Okay. Hourglass of friendship. A big step awaits me as friendship runs low, so I scream, please don't go. If our friendship fades, there'll be no more days of laughs or dreams, only the scream of what used to be's. We're 40 poems in. Yow. Let's see here. What is happening? Are we gonna get another game here going? Oh, I have a voicemail. I'll listen to it later. Hey, Mount Ormond! We were just reading about that place. Oh, I swear to God, I just heard like a cat or something. Fires, man, and the doot doot doots. Hasn't been worked on. I feel like I've walked by all the generators now and they haven't... Are they just not doing them? Apparently I didn't walk by all of them. I was trying to pick her up because I needed to interrupt her. I like when I get covered in your blood. It's fun. That was fun. I think the basement's through here. Okay, maybe not. Alright, bitch, please. She's gonna get out. How do I put her down? You knew I was following you still. Wasn't the best of decisions on your part. Someone's permanently hurt and can't. Ooh, what happened? Where? I can't get you guys off the machines. You're already. How did that miss? That's what I want to know. You can get yourself back up, so you're not someone I can leave laying on the ground. Got one dead. One off the hook, but he's got a headset on. I saw someone behind me. Alright, that's cool. Thanks for coming right back to me. No, I see you, sir. I got your blood on my knife. Come back, I want to give you some headgear. Shit. Alright, calm down. He's distracted me real good, so you guys should be fine. Oh, are you fucking kidding me? I hit him. Everyone's got their headgear off. What the hell? Do you know how expensive those things are? I only have one more. Oh, it's your first second. Cool. They only need one more generator. They got him off the hook. How do I grab her? I need to grab her. You were already hurt. I don't remember ever seeing you. Shit. Both doors are that way. We've got one dead at least. So I have a door open. Game over. Hi, friend. Nice. Someone's escaped, and you're the last person, so I'm sorry, but you're dead. Oh, the guy's head mask went off. I don't know if getting her when she was coming out of the locker counts. Oh, he died right here. Oh, that sucks. He was so close to. Well, can he escape with that on? What's the matter, teddy bear? Yeah, okay. It did work. Interrupt and grab a survivor. Ugh. Alright, let's see what time is it. It's 3 o'clock. We'll go for another hour or so. Oh, let's do an hour and 10 minutes and we'll have been streaming for 6 hours. Hi, handsome. What's going on? What's new? I love you. And you're so cuddly. Excuse me, I got to do some stuff, sir. What is this one? Earn 200,000 blood points. I feel like that's gonna be a lot. Okay, we'll try it. Wonder if we have any, if we have enough for shards for another killer. Let's find out, shall we? So we have 4,000. I don't remember how much it cost to get the killers that I got. I want to say one was 9 and I feel like the other was 3. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, maybe I can't do it this way. Hang on. Oh, the game is lagging real bad right now. But the stream still seems to be running fine, so at least there's that. Oops, nope, that's the one I wanted. Let's see. Legion seems pretty cool. So I need 9,000 or 500 of these. I don't even know how I get these. Clown. Yeah, they're all probably about the same. Okay. Come on, game, let me play as killer. Oh, because I gotta do this first. Okay. Level 13. Level 14. Aw, shit. There we go. Alright. Oh, let's ready up, because that takes forever. We now have level 3! Woo! When a survivor rescues another from the hook, release 32 meters, make your choice. Expose status effect. I need a lot of blood points. 50%, 50%. Sacrifice. Is there one for just all? No. But I do get a lot of brutals, so let's use that one. Okay, let's see. Who are we reading now? We finished the Spirit. I think that was the most recent one we were reading. Yeah. Clown. Kenneth Chase was born in 1932 by a difficult labor, which his mother wouldn't survive. This event drove a rift between him and his father that never closed. As a boy, he grew up. So did his father's resentment. As the boy grew up, so did his father's resentment and his drinking habit. By the time Kenneth was at school, they lived mostly separate lives. Academically, he was unremarkable, coasting by his significant athletic prowess. He grew tall and strong, excelling at track events, but shunned any attempts to coax him into team sports. On his walk home from school, he would often find feathers on the ground, and he soon began a collection, keeping them in a cigar box under his bed. With his father either at work or in an alcoholic-induced stupor, Kenneth had hours to spend alone, transfixed by regularity of his father's barbs, and feeling the softness as he ran them over his lips. Watching the birds that came to the feeder in his garden, he imagined how soft they must be and resolved to catch one. He integrated himself with the local dentist, soon procuring some anesthetic. Using this, he rigged up a trap on the feeder that he would knock out a bird long enough that he could touch it. After a few failed attempts, he managed to trap a robin. As it lay in his hand, he felt a sudden rush of life at his mercy. He planned to release it once it recovered from the anesthetic. Instead, as its eyes flickered back into consciousness, and it began to struggle, his grip remained firm. His fingers slowly tightened around its throat, squeezing until its chest feathers were finally still. He disposed of the body, keeping just a feather, with which he started a new collection, discarding the others as fake. By the late 1940s, Kenneth had left school and started working as a busboy at a local diner. He had also escalated to larger prey like squirrels, raccoons, and dogs, becoming skilled at customizing the anesthetic dosage for each. In 1954, a young man went missing, and the town was turned upside down in the search. I will confess, the only thing I've ever killed is plants, and that's just because I'm not good at keep taking care of them. I don't think I've ever killed a fly, despite trying. A few months later, Kenneth's father, while doing some work in the crawl space under the house, found a cigar box. He broke it open and saw to his horror that it contained feathers, animal paws, and a man's finger. Returning from work, Kenneth saw his father leaving the crawl space with the cigar box in his hands. He turned on his heel and never went home again. After a few weeks of living rough, he encountered a traveling circus, and with his prodigious strength, he was hired to work the ropes. He assumed a new name, Jeffrey Hawk. Suddenly surrounded by close-knit community, Jeffrey had to learn to socialize. He donned a new personality like a guy's, quickly becoming known as charming. Yeah? Oh shit, what was our task? Oh, earning blood points. That's what our task was. I completely forgot there for a second. Let's see. The next poem is called You and I. You make me beautiful, you make me intelligent, you make me feel, but you can't make me forget. You make me stronger, you make me live, you make me love, but you can't make me forget. You make me wonder, you make me imagine, you make me, me, but you can't make me forget. You won't make me cry, you won't let me die. I don't ask why, because how could I have someone who makes me forget just for a little while. Alright, calm down, Nemo. The next one is the space between space. Watching the sky, then my eye wanders to the space between space. Could it just be a metaphor, or could it be a message sent to us from the space between space? That poem could be really deep, but I actually remember this one. I meant it literally, because I remember thinking, like, in my childhood brain, like, if you stare at one spot long enough, can you start to see between the air? I was such a stupid child. My name. Oh god, I hate this poem so much, because I hate my name to begin with, but... My name has meaning, my name shows growing. My name is life, my name is eternity. My name means forever, my name means happy. My name means love, my name is eternity. My name is special, my name is mysterious, my name is different. My name is eternity. Motherfuckers, it's not a name, it's a fucking word. That one, alright, was written as a school project. We had to write a poem with our name in it. There was two that went off over here. I was close to someone. There she is. Do I walk past her like this? What up, bitch? Yeah? Damn it. I'm so distracted with her, I'm letting them get away with shit. You gonna take the same route, honey? Right by the basement. Nice. I don't like how scared you sound. There's nothing over here, so what happened? Damn, scritchy scratches everywhere. Fuck. And they got her off the hook. Yeah. And this fucking pallet. There's a hook over here. Whoa, keep fucking shit up. You're downstairs. How do I get downstairs? Alright, that's cool. I'll hook you down here. Now almost everyone has a headset. I just need one more. I actually wasn't gonna check that one, so I'm glad you did that, sir. Shit, did I lose him? Shit, I lost him. Nice. Now everyone will have had a headset at least once. Even though one person got theirs off, that's no fun. I worked so hard. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I don't think they got the girl that was in the basement. Gotta make sure I'm checking all these lockers now. Hey, they got someone off the hook. Not the girl in the basement, though. Hi, friend. Where do I have a hook for you? Right here. Nice. I think this is where your friend was. Oh, someone oh, the guy I was holding disconnected. What a turd. You could have let me hook you and then disconnected? I really thought there was someone here. Man. They haven't gotten any Jennies, but they got one person back to full health. And no one has a headset anymore. That's not fun. It makes me sad. Wonder if there's a way to get more. I'm gonna have to do some research on that. I don't want to go in the building because I don't know how to get up the stairs. But I think I'm gonna have to figure out. I just happened to be here. That was perfect timing, sir. Where'd he go? How the fuck did I lose that? There we go. Scratchy scratchies. I can't believe I freaking lost him. Alright then. I'll bring back to this one in a second. How do I get up there? Hey, thanks for showing me the way. I was so lost without you. I think you're gonna get away. If I'm being honest. Sorry, this is just the nearest hook, sir. Alright, where's this last person? They weren't up there. That one's up. That was so fun! Really? She's down. Nice. Pick up. Where did I put you down now? I was irresponsible. You were down on the ground. What the hell? Did she get up the stairs? Damn, you crawled fast. There you go. Fuck this palette. Oh! Diamond achievement, 6.20% holiday get together. In a public match, have at least 3 survivors hooked in the basement. I can understand why that one would be difficult. A little bit longer. Let's see, what's the next poem? One mistake. One choice you made, your one mistake, that during 1 hour and 1 second my life was stolen, all for your one mistake. Alright, fuck you, entity. Hey, we got another perk slot. All survivors start the trial separated. Cool. What is this? No one escapes death. A hex rooting its power on hope. You are animated by the power of your hex totem. When the survivors are on the verge of escaping, once the gates are powered, if there is a dual totem remaining on the map, the hex is applied to it. While the hex is active, survivors suffer from exposed status effect. Your movement speed is increased by 2%. That is awesome. I want that one. Can't get that one yet. Okay. Let me throw a perk in here. Sure. Disturbing and brilliant troops. Increases available jigsaw boxes by 1. Yes, please. Increases reverse treasure traps by 1. One box thing offered. Increases available worst. Well, this does 2, so I'm just gonna. Oh, I can't do 2? Alright. Fair play. I understand. Oh, 25% blood in all. Categories! Alright, which killer is the next to read the story on? Oh, we were still in the middle of the clown. Nope. Okay, Cares something about being charismatic, charming, and helpful, and was welcomed to his new family. Over the next decade, he stayed with the circus, traveling the length and breadth of the USA. But with the I- itinerant life providing few repercussions, he fell into bad habits: drink, junk food, drugs, and indulged all of them to excess. For a time, these vices were enough, but then his old urges returned, and his nomadic existence became a cover for him to resume killing. He stole clothes and makeups from performers, fashioning a disguise that would let him get close to his victims before he anthesized them, bringing them back to his caravan, where they would awake to find themselves bound at his mercy. He would finally get to have his fun mentally and physically torturing them, their screams fueling him before being lost in the night. Once their strength was at its lowest, he would carefully examine their fingers, searching for the prettiest, running them over his tongue to find the tastiest. Once he found the best, he would cut it from their hand, proudly add it to his collection, disposing of the rest of the body as pointless waste. Men, women, young, old, he didn't care. The essence of a good collection is in its variety, in the memories and stories they evoke. He removed the costume less and less, shedding his old personality with it, fully embracing the clown, his true self. Yikes. Love is all we know. Love is powerful. Love is in everything. Love is anything. Love is all we know. Love makes the heart throb. Love is what we have. Love is incredible. Love is undefeatable. Love is indescribable. Love is all we know. Love is unthinkable. Love is warm. Love is life. Love is all we know. Alright, let's get back into the killer story. Or the clown story. They're all killers. With time, he became complacent and sloppy. A victim managed to work free of her bindings while he was sleeping off the drink. She escaped, screaming for help, and he awoke to find the rest of the circus bearing down on him. He whipped his horse, and the caravan disappeared into the night. Since then, he has roamed the country, a parasite who could always be found at a carnival or circus, but who would never been seen on a playbill. He lured those brave or foolish enough to come near, trapped them, and moved on before they could be found missing. Somewhere along the way, he left the ordinary roads of the USA behind him, traveling through a veil of mist and entering a new realm. It was a place of transience and impermanence, perfectly suiting the life he had chosen to lead. Feeling more at home than he had to in his entire life, he set up a camp and waited for his first visitor. Freddy is next. Might skip over Freddy. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time reading. The font is small, but some words are easier for me to read than others. It's making me feel like I don't know how to read. Apt Killer. 6.9% people have unlocked this rare achievement. I'm just going to start a public match with a full killer loadout. I've done that several times. What is happening? Oh, I didn't have the perk before, though. I was missing a perk. Got it. I am just racking up the achievements right now. Look at me go. Go for about another 40-ish minutes. The next poem is called Nightmare. I lie awake, tossing and turning, for all is burning. Hundreds of cries, thousands are dying. Every second, minute by minute, hour after hour, we lose all, but keep the black nothingness. Stolen. The hollow heart weeps of broken dreams. I awake to blackened sorrow, for my wild emotions have been borrowed. The only hope the poor soul who has my emotions can handle, such terrifying deviation? Interesting. And we don't have time for the next one. That one's pretty long. But that's where we'll pick up tomorrow. We're on poem 48. Probably. Oh, we might get to read a couple more. We'll see. 5 bear traps. Doo-doo-doo. Where are you? How do I get in there? Oh, that would have been so cool if I could hit it both with that. Shit. I knew there was a pallet there too. Oh, I've only hit you once. Yeah. Come on. We're almost there. Don't you worry your pretty little head. There you go. Why is that generator yellow? Yeah, I'm gonna go back through and drop a pallet. That's cool. Oh, fuck. Hey, like them apples, sir. There you are. Oh, is there no hooks nearby? Oh, there's one right there. Okay, we're cool. Really? It's you I want, girl. Okay, but I can have you. That works. You can have your friend's hook. That's cool. I kind of figured someone was over there. You just got your head off, or your headgear off, and now you're getting another one. I'm so sorry. You haven't had headgear or gotten hurt at all. I need to take you out. The rest can fuck off. Shit. Alright. You'll bleed out or something. I need to take care of this girl. Got her. Now, there's one person unharmed I gotta find. I don't remember where I dropped dude, so he's just gonna stay down. You've been working on that, Jenny? Running right at me and then immediately backtrack? I understand. Who got you up, sir? Oh, I missed. Got you. This will be your last hooking, I'm sure. If I can get to a hook. I don't know if I will. Oh, you healed her. Fuck. I haven't hit you at all. You're fast. You're like really hard for me to catch. I hit you once, so I just need to hit you one more time. Nice! You slid right into me, friend. Oh, someone disconnected. That sucks. Am I out of headgear? No. And you, fast bitch, get the basement. Because I think the basement is like right here. The last one I think is a Claudette. It's not good for me. Shit. Oh shit, I heard. Fast bitch. Shit, she's right beside me. I chose the wrong one. Really, this circle again? Oh, hatch. Hello. I'm guessing she has a perk that allows you to stun the killer with the door. Don't want to get too far from this building. Oh, there you are. I see you. I saw you. Don't know where you went. and you're screwed because I know where the hatch is. Do you? Nice. Got them all. Woo! Nice. Merciless killer. Oh, another achievement? Nice. Perfect killing. Not a rare achievement. In a public match, complete at least 5,000 blood points in each score category. Cool. Alright, I'm gonna take another bathroom break and switch out controllers here, so bear with me. Hang on here a second. I think we might have to end the stream there, guys. That'll definitely be back tomorrow, and tomorrow we'll be playing Overwatch. We got about 20 minutes, which will be perfect because that'll put us at 2 hours. Well, 6 hours. Forgot we had to restart the stream. Alright, let's check out our loadout. I don't care about the crows. I want the other one. Yeah, the no survivor. Increases skill check trigger odds when interacting with chicks. Survivors caught in reverse trash. Okay. Sounds good. Let's see, we finished the clown, so it's... I'm gonna skip Freddy. Because that brings back childhood stuff I don't want to talk about. Okay, how about a short one? I don't have any water here anymore. I need to get more water. Okay, the nurse. Sally Smithson came to town with dreams of children's feet and laughter in a wooden home built by her husband Andrew. And one day Andrew's foreman had to pay Sally a visit, forever changing her life. With no other options, Sally had to find a way, but the only employment she could get was a Cordis Penn Asylum. She started at the bottom during the hard night shift. Over the years, her mind had reached its limits, decades of saying horrid things that violate the eyes. Finally, she could not take it anymore, and concepts of purification emerged inside her. As the morning staff arrived one day in September, they found over 50 dead patients in their beds, along 4 staff members also dead. Only Sally had survived the night, but her mind was gone, rocking back and forth nonstop. They got her into an ambulance, but the ambulance never reached the hospital. It was found crashed in a nearby wood, all the staff dead, and Sally nowhere to be found. Teddy bear, come here, puppers. Theodore, hey, come inside. Theodore, give me a second. Sorry. When the neighbors come home, Teddy goes wild, barking. I need to get a better gaming chair instead of just using my couch. Don't you be growling at me. Oh, I don't have to do it as a killer? Alright, hang on. Then we're gonna go do the survivor. If the game will load. I got about 15 minutes. Kills killer's aura within 32-meter range. Thank you. So, we get a bunch of blood points. That is our goal. Let's see what the next poem is. How? I don't understand how people can live with such hate, how people can lie without guilt, how people have no remorse of their mistakes. I don't understand how beautiful someone can appear, how smart someone can become, how hidden one will become. I don't understand. How can we take such loss? How can we destroy? How can we kill the innocent? I don't understand. I don't understand what that part was about. The next one is called The Heart. A beating heart never stops, not for anyone. An aching heart always ends one's pain forever. A broken heart will never go back together, for it's too late, because the heart wants what it can't have, but knows that the heart wants a lie. This one's called Raindrops. Raindrops gently drop on the grass. Raindrops crash onto the hard pavement. The streaks of rain soak nature. People's moods turn foul. From raindrops providing life to plants, raindrops soaking wood providing an unusual smell. It's just something about the rain that brings me comfort. I wish I could go back and talk to the past me and figure out what half of these meant. Alright, this is gonna be our final game for today. What perk did I, or offering did I use? I don't remember. Fantasy. When I close my eyes to reality, I awake to my fantasy, where someone loves me more than words can describe, where evil doesn't exist and good roams free, where one word could put a smile on anyone's face, but that's the difference between fantasy and a dream. Said that weird. Heaven and hell. I don't believe in heaven, but I don't believe. Oh, I believe in heaven, but I don't believe it's as perfect as everyone says. If you have a soul, the devil can still influence your mind. If the devil does awful things, then sometimes heaven must appear to be hell. This one is called Surrender. When you face a fate worse than death, when you have something so important stolen, when you become a toy of man, when you are no longer an innocent girl, when light hides behind the dark, when you have held it in longer than needed, when you pray the next day is your last, when you bother no one with your pain, that's when you give in. Heartbroken. You won't talk to me, you try to avoid. You keep our friends from me. Do you know I still love you? It is possible you love me too. They say, forget him, you can do better. But how can I? You were my one and only. I don't know who that is talking about. I didn't even think I had a crush until high school. Oh, great. It's freaking Freddy. Is this because I won't read your backstory? Where? I didn't even see him, but he ran right past us, so we're okay. Oh, that's really close. Oh. I know he saw me, but I'm gonna get you up. That was a safe host rescue? My ass. Camping bitch. Oh, don't do what I did. What the fuck? That was Bolshevik. Alright, well, I don't have time for another game, so I'm just gonna call the stream there. Use our blood points, which I don't think we got nearly enough. Yeah, should've just let him die. Read a couple more poems while we wait. Complicated. It's not late, but I'm in bed. Nothing is new, but I'm scared. I have no plans, but I'm excited. I have lost things, but I'm happy. I'm in a good mood, but I'm sad. I hate you for leaving me, but I love you for staying. Interesting. Victim of love. You broke my heart, tore it apart. Our friendship, you said, tore apart our friendship. You said you loved me, now you cling to another. Do you enjoy destroying me? Did I mean anything to you, or was I just your next victim? Oh, I know who this is. Okay. So this was 8th grade. When I got to 6th grade, I changed schools. I changed schools a lot, but from 6th grade to 8th grade, I didn't change at all, which is great. But I have this really close friend that I made when I was in 5th grade, and we were super close. And I was really young, but all my friends were getting boyfriends and everything, so I thought that I was supposed to as well. And the closest thing to love that I thought I had was with that best friend. And so when we got into 8th grade, we decided, what the hell, let's confess that we like each other, even though that's not what we really felt for each other. And so we started dating. We started dating at the last period of the day, and then the next morning, when we met up, he was like, no, I can't do this. It's too weird. And he spent the entire day, because we were going on like a field trip or something, doing everything for one of my close friends that was also there. And I was so heartbroken because I thought I was in love, but it was just, everyone else was getting relationships, so I felt like I had to. It wasn't even technically a relationship. We confessed we liked each other, and then we went home for the day, and the next time we saw each other, he broke up with me. So, wasn't a real relationship. But that's where I'm going to end the stream. I will be back tomorrow, and tomorrow we're doing Overwatch. And we might sneak something else in there. I don't know yet. I'm not for sure, but definitely Overwatch. So, I'll see you guys then. Bye!